agents, not masters. They serve life's desires. That is what happens, you see. Toiling forever the snare of time. Their bodies born out of some nihil's womb, ensnare the spirit in the moment's dreams. So that is what you get trapped. You get ensnared. In the moment's dream, yes, I want to become a big philosopher. I want to become this, that. You get ensnared. Then perish, vomiting the mortal soul. You vomit out. This is ultra modern, you see. Out of matter's belly into the sink of naught. So this is the greatest danger. Yet some uncaught, unseen, can verily pass, verily carefully, cautiously, carrying to image in the silent, in the sheltered heart, carrying to image in the sheltered heart. The truth is not there, but the image is there of truth. You are having something within your heart, you are sincere, I am looking for something, that is the image of truth. And that image, that idea, that conviction, as long as it is solid, burning, forceful, it will save you. Carrying this image, so this is the Murti, image, Godhead Murti. You are carrying that thing with you, and then perhaps you can see that. It is equivalent to the Savior name, what we see earlier, you see. Plug knowledge out of errors, screen, grief. Break pass through the blind walls of little self, then travel on to reach a greater life. So he is giving you hope. Yes, there is the valley of wandering gleam, there is the intermediate zone, but those some who carry the image of truth in them, the goddess of truth in your soul, if you are true to her, sincere to her, then there is hope. There is shelter then. Then travel on to reach a greater life. All this train passed her and seemed to her vision sight. Her stands for, of course, Savitri. So Savitri is seeing the entire panorama of the giant head of life. All the same strain past her and seemed to her vision's sight, as if around a high and voiceless isle, a clamor of waters from far unknown hill swallowed its narrow bank and crowding wave and made a hungry world of white, wild foam. So this is the Homeric simile. Savitri is there, rock is there, a person is there, and the sea surrounding that rock and holding it. Around a high and voiceless isle, a clamor of water is dashing against it. From unknown hill, swallowed its narrow bank, its crowding waves, and made a hungry world of the white, wild foam, hastening a dragon with a million feet. So you can see this kind of a dragon with a million feet. His foam and cry, so that whole sea itself like a dragon pressing with a million feet. A drunken giant's a din, tossing a mane of darkness into God's sky. It kept receding into a distant road. So it is rushing on Savitri, but because of that image of truth which is there in her soul, the dragon goes back. Its foam and cry, a drunken giant then, tossing a mane of darkness into God's sky, it ebbed, receding into a distant roar, goes back to sea. Then smiled again, a large and tranquil air. This is again, earlier she was seeing that experience where the Savior name brought her tranquility and peace, calm peace. You see. Now it is this image of truth in her soul which is protecting her. Then smiled again, a large and tranquil air. naturally. Blue heaven, green earth, partners of beauty's reign, lived as of old companions in happiness, and in the world's heart loved the joy of life. So he gives you immediately a very consoling, happy picture also, you see. When that image of truth is there in you, you are absolutely safe.
This is the sunlit path, no?
Very beautiful.
The sunlit path?
This is not exactly sunlit path.
Okay.
Sunlit path will open when the psychic comes out. Really. Yeah. Then smiled again. This is the image of truth. Then smiled again. Blue heaven. See, this is a beautiful line poetically. Blue heaven, green earth, partners of beauty's reign. Now you can scan it like this. Blue heaven. See, I can very easily say that heaven is a monosyllabic here. One is not heaven, blue heaven, green earth, partners of beauty's reign. In other words, this becomes a spondy. Otherwise, it is long, short. Blue heaven. The first foot is either a spondy. I would prefer to call it a spondy. Heaven as a monosyllabic here because of the rhythm, the force with which the line is made. Blue heaven and green earth, patterns of beauty's reign. You don't really give any stress, you don't even utter the word and heaven, that's all. And part is practically silent, subdued. Otherwise, it is what is called a bakic. Long, short. It's called a bakic. Green earth is a spondy. Partners, trochee. A beauty's reign. I am. Blue heaven, green earth, partner. So, in other words, if you really have this thing as a spondy, you can see you have consecutively 5 strong words, all stressed, completely accented. Blue heaven, green earth, partner. Which is a very unusual combination of so many words having full stress on them. So poetically, this is a sort of an exceptional line, you see. Blue heaven, green earth, partners of life. See here, partners. You have to say partner as a two-syllabic word, but heaven can be monosyllabic. Blue heaven, green earth, partners of beauty's reign, lived as of old, companions in happiness, and in the world's heart loved the joy of life, because the truth's image is there within your heart. All now was still, the soil shone dry and pure. So that clamor, all that thing has gone. So the giant head of life which was staring at her, it has become calm. Through it all moved not, plunged not in vain waves. Out of the vastness of the silent self, life's clamor fled. The giant head of life, her spirit was mute and free, her Savitri. Life's clamor fled, her spirit was mute and free. Out of the vastness of the silent self, life's clamor fled, her spirit was mute and free. Well, next time Savitri is going to meet, is going to enter into brilliant ordered space. She is now going through regions and regions, you see. Giant head of life, we have seen that.
Huh? Is this for everybody the same, that you have that sort of sequence.
If you
what is
want to search
described
your
here.
soul, you have to go through all that.
Yeah, but I wanted to know if it's okay. You have to go through all of it.
Yes.
In that sequence, or is it different?
Well, it may depend upon the individual how. See, it is very likely that you have already gone through some of those parts earlier, so you need not necessarily go this time.
Okay, once you have something outgrown, you don't need to go back.
See, you have to capture one by one. You have to experience all that and move forward. See, basically, once you have got the essential sincerity in you, then you are safe. But otherwise, you get caught. As I told you, if you want to do something for some ambition, you are caught and dragged down, down, down.
But then you just have to repeat it until you understand this is knowledge, and you go out of it and continue.
So if something opens out, you have to overcome that. You have to clear it up. You have to clear it up. See, a politician or a robber or anybody, criminal, see, you have to work it out. You can't help it. You can't help it.
But if something is worked out, then you just pass through.
Then you may, next time you go, you may go through that, but that thing already have traversed, so you can move faster further down.
Mm-hmm. But then each life, do you have to go again?
Now then you come to mind, the inner mind, its own difficulties, its own problems.
Yeah, but what I mean is, now let's say we have different lives. In this life, certain things get worked out. The next life, you can.
So what you have gained in this life, becomes the property of your psychic being, and that becomes your treasure, which is carried forward from life to life. So you don't have to repeat. You can master that thing quickly and move forward.
So I wanted to know you don't have to go each
No,
time.
what we call in the Indian terminology, punya. So that is your punya. What becomes a part of your psychic being? That's the merit. That's the punya. And that punya you carry from life to life.
You cannot lose that.
It's there already there. You have already experienced that part. That is how you grow. That is why you need many lives.
But can I have another? Sorry, the psychic being doesn't require that you are totally pure. That you have, for example, you're done with the ego. You are done with all these things. It doesn't require that you are having already the perfect self. You can already go into the psychic or have a realization without having been taken to the end, isn't it? And then you continue with that psychic life.
See, that psychic being grows means what? Psychic being grows means it becomes more and more rich in the divine merit, in the working of nature around it. It becomes master of the mind, or the vital, or the physical. It controls more and more of the nature of it. That is what the psychic being grows. The psychic flame is kindled and it grows. Means what? It spreads into all the dimensions of nature. It has to. That is the purpose. That is why it is here. Psychic basically is the alchemizing agent to transform the base into the noble. Into the noble. That is the growth. The base of nature has to become the noble of nature. That is the role of the psychic being, alchemizing agent. And that is what would really mean by evolution. You are making nature now more and more open to the higher powers of the spirit. The spirit does not act directly on nature. Spirit does not act directly on nature. It is through the agency of psychic it acts and works through it, through the psychic. That is why the psychic is here. In fact, that is the purpose of the psychic here. If the psychic being were not there, then nature would not have, spirit would not have been able to handle nature. That is the logic, that is the mechanism. The divine is present in us in the form of a little spark, and it is that spark which grows and grows and grows and becomes a big flame. And it is that actually which has built up our personality. When the psychic being has sufficiently grown, it developed within us all the faculties that we have become man, human beings. All our organs of cognition having developed within us first, and then all these things came. The subliminal, what is it called? The subliminal, the occult ear, the occult eye, the occult nose, they are first built within us in the inner world, around the psychic, by the subliminal, in the subliminal, by the psychic. And when they are sufficiently grown, they manifest in the physical nature. It is exactly the, perhaps I will not say exactly, possibly, it is in that way the higher being also will be formed within us. The intermediate race, the Shrom, what mother calls. How will he come? It is psychic operating in the subliminal which will create the necessary organs of operation, and then they will materialize. They will become physical ear, physical eye, physical nose, whatever you call them. And then you have got the Surom. Surom does not just come and descend like that. He cannot push himself away. You see, it has to be prepared. It has to be sort of uh, got ready by the psychic being in the subliminal. You see, when that is formed, then you are kind of ready to go to the next step. The animal will become man, man will become Superman or Surom through that process of formation of those organs. So we have got 7 centers of activity in us, chakras, force. Mother says it is permitted to be the little 12. How are these 12 going to be formed? Within subliminal. And then they will become material organs of activity here. I think that is the mechanism by which things will happen. At least it is good to guess that way. Yeah, it's a long process, and this is exactly what I done. I mean, the necessary process has been laid out, has been done. Mother says, my supramental body is ready, divine body is ready. It has to be now prepared within. It is the divine Agni within us, psychic being. It is Agni which will produce the divine body within us. Agni is the form maker. He is a form maker, divine. And when that form is ready, prepared in that way, with all those faculties, with all those organs, with all those qualities, then you have the supramental being in the physical. That is the transformation. That is the transformation. So actually it's not transformation when this becomes this. It's not that kind of a thing. It is a creation of a new dimension of personality within us through the psychic being. That is the importance of the psychic being. Yeah. See, this is a very difficult subject, but we can keep on talking in our own, in our pleasing manners, you see. But that is, in fact, mother says, no, when she saw Rijuta serving her on 1st July 1970 in a room, she says, the moment I looked at her, the American disciple of the mother, the moment I looked at her, I knew immediately it is a psychic being which will materialize. Psychic being which will materialize. And when psychic being materializes, it means that it gives immortality to the physical, because the psychic is immortal. Psychic is immortal. It gives immortality to the physical. So it is the psychic which will materialize. Materialize in what way? Perhaps in this manner. Mother has not elaborated. She was not asked also. So well, that is our misfortune. She would have perhaps explained that thing. But maybe we can guess. We can talk about it at least to see.